Are you looking for a way to find some good Lego deals? Maybe you also want to track when you should sell your Legos. In this video, I'm going to show you how to use the Keepa extension for Lego investing. Hi, this is Jeremy Stark here with Brick Finds and Flips, brickflips.com. Here I'm going to today I wanted to go over a very important tool that I use all the time to help me find some Lego deals and also to help me know when I want to sell my Legos, because when you have an inventory that's fairly large, you know, you have to store a lot of the Legos for, you know, a good time, maybe 1 to 2 years for most of them, sometimes even longer. And when you have a bunch of them in there, you need to have something to kind of help you to know when it meets your pricing so that you can pull it from your inventory and sell it at that appropriate time. Well, this extension that I'm going to go over, it's called Keepa. It's a Keepa extension. You may have heard of it. You can get it on Chrome. You can also get it on your phone. You can get it on I use it on Firefox. So it's an extension that you can pull into your particular usage in there. I do. If you check in the notes, I have a link down there if you wanted to check it out. There is a free option, and there is also a paid option. So all the stuff that I'm going to go over, you can use it to help you do a little bit of research on there, but the way to track things and do everything else with it, you do need to have the paid, but it's really cheap. I think it's like somewhere, you know, like under $20 a month, you know, in that range, maybe $15 a month. But just check out the link; it'll give you the exact price on there. It really is a necessary tool if you're going to really scale this up. So if you're starting to buy more and more sets, and you're starting to get a lot of box sets that you're putting away in your storage, this is definitely a tool that you want to have. So let's get right into it. Let me show you what it is, what it does, and how to use it. Before we get started though, if you could please give us a thumbs up over here, hit that like button down below, hit the subscribe down there too. So, you know, if you go to Amazon and you look at just any kind of Legos that you have, so hopefully you're doing this stuff before you buy it and you're not just showing up at the store and just buying just regular things here. You want to do some due diligence, whether you're going into the Lego store, whether you are buying online, or you're going into Walmart or wherever else that you do source your Legos at. You want to make sure you have some data before you go in there, before you make a decision on what you want to do to buy it. Another time I'll go over this extension. It's called Resellers. It's also a great extension. I'll put the link down there for that as well. But as far as getting the data, so what I like to do is a lot of these different sets here, they all have some commonalities to them. Sometimes it might be these are just the idea sets, the ones that are very popular that people like voted for to get these made. So you know, a lot of these sets they're not made in huge mass volumes like some of the Star Wars or some of the other ones that are more common that you might see out there. So there is some limited runs of these things, or they're just so popular that they just sell out very quickly. This is one of them that does, although it's in stock right now, but at some points it was not in stock. It was a little difficult to get it. You know, and of course, with the supply chain, the way things are lately, at least this year, last year, you know, we just don't know. So what I like to do is anytime that I get any type of deal that I want to look at, the first place I generally go to is usually on Amazon. I'm gonna look at the prices on there because I love it because the Keepa has an extension. So when you install the extension on your computer, I'm not going to show you how to do that, but just find it. It's in the Chrome App Store, or you can find it in Firefox add-ons. You want to install that, and then you can refresh your screen, and then what you'll have down here is this like screen right here, and you want to sign in as your sign-in name, you know, that you would normally sign in. And I think if you're not signed in, you can still see some data. So I believe the difference between the data for the free and the paid is the sales rank, which is very important to have. Also the tracking piece of it, which is very very handy for this stuff. So the way that I use this very frequently on just. First off, the first step that I always use it for is looking at sets that I'm going to buy. So I pulled this one up right here. This is a set that I had in my portfolio at one point. This is the Jurassic World Indominus Rex Breakout. Okay, look at this thing. It's going for $500 now. This thing, I mean, was only like, yeah, it was like less than, I got him less than $100 when I got it way back when. But what I like to use this for is that, you know, if I'm looking at another set that's similar to this one, like there was another Jurassic World set that had like one of these little balls in it afterwards. I was going back to this set right here, and you know, the other set, I think it came out in 2018. I'm not sure exactly what it is, but I was looking at how this did really well, and as you can see, these are basically the price of everything going up, and then the sales rank going up as well. So as you can see, these little things, as it goes towards time, this is going up. It's tracking the price that it is selling for on Amazon, and then also the sales rank as well. So as you can see, the price goes up. It's a nice little trend right here. And it's something that I was like, wow. So you know, I didn't go too deep on this one at the time, but the other one that came out that was similar to this one, that had the little ball, I believe, I'm not sure exactly which one it was, but I went really deep in it because I went to the Keepa chart and I saw how this one really did well. Jurassic World stuff really does well. Dinosaur stuff just seems to do really fantastic. But that's something that's a data point that I looked at when I was making my decision on how heavy I want to go into this. I basically said I am buying every single one of them that I come across, and I don't even care the price, because as you can see, if I bought this at even at $100 at retail, and the next year it's already up to $250. You know, so that's actually 100% ROI, at least right there. You know, if you're doing the numbers here, so if you 280 and then you bought it at 109, you know, that's over 100% ROI in 1 year if I just bought it at the retail price. So I was fairly confident that when I looked at that data at the time, I was fairly confident if I went and bought it that I would do really well with it and I would get a good return on investment. So that is really the main thing that I use Keepa for. But some of the other benefits that Keepa does have that really helps you step up your Lego investing game, and you know, with this extension you can certainly find some other things to do this. So one other thing that you can do is you can track these products. So what will happen is if you go into track product, right, you can put in, let's say Amazon's in and out of this, you know, maybe they're out of stock, it's getting close to retirement. So generally what happens is you'll see that the stock will go in and out. So maybe you want to put in what that price is. So what happens if they're out of stock and they come back in stock, you get an alert to your email or your phone or wherever you have this set up. They have different ways to do it. And you'll be able to, at that time, most likely purchase it if you can. A lot of sellers don't want you to know this, but really that's really it. So that you got to be fast when you do it on some of these deals. But this will give you at least an email or notice that it is available in stock. But one of the other things too, a lot of people don't use this for, and I love using this, is let's say I bought 100 of these things and I bought it at a certain price, and then I go in and I figure out, okay, I want to see, because sometimes I go in and I don't sell all my inventory right away. I might sell maybe like 25% of it just to get some more cash flow coming in. So maybe I want to sell it at 100% ROI. So I figure out what that number is, right? And then I would go to this right here and I would put in, I want to see when it is 280 or more. Okay, so, and you can fill out the Amazon one too at the same time, it doesn't matter, but you're going to get notices each time. So what this does is that this will, when the price of not Amazon but like a third-party seller goes, it hits that number, it's going to give you an alert for that. It's going to tell you that the price has met your your minimum price that you want. So that, and you trust me, you'll get emails to that, and they'll be, yeah, this is great to sell it. I can sell it now. But this is the other way, the third way that I use Keepa to really help me with my Lego investing. And this is really important because if you have inventory sitting in your warehouse or wherever the storage area, and you got thousands of different SKUs, you want to have some way of tracking that. You want to have some way at least of noticing when it hits your mark. There's other ways for it. I use a bunch of different ways to help me find when the best time to sell is, but this is the most easiest way. This is something that you can do when you bring your inventory in and you store it in your box. You can literally go into Keepa, put in your price that you want it to match, and then that's it. And you just basically set it and forget it, and you get an email when it's time to go. So really, those are the ways that I use Keepa. There's so many other different tricks for Keepa, and I'll try to drop some more knowledge in here about because I use Keepa for some other things as well, some other tricks. But there's so many other tips that you can use this for. But the main one is you can find the deals on Amazon, know when it meets your price, and then also use it to keep track of your actual inventory that you have when it meets your bottom price that you want to sell it at. So hopefully that's helped you. If you could give us a thumbs up, let me know that this video was good for you. Also, if you could subscribe below, I'm a new channel, so I need all the subscribes I can get. Help me out right here. Just subscribe to my channel. It would be awesome to help me out. Also, if you want, check out my website. It's brickflips.com. So hopefully that's helped you out, and I'll see you in the next video.